Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to properly gold plate automotive parts. When you're doing these steering wheels, of course you should know you have to do the front and the back. I took the horn apart so therefore I could be able to gold everything I need to touch. Therefore when I put it back on like this, it'll still be gold underneath and it won't be, have no signs of chrome on it. Today we'll be doing the steering wheel and these door handles. A lot of times with these door handles, even though the customer bound, you would still want to lay up there and make sure they're the right door handles. You don't want a bunch of left door handles or a bunch of right door handles. 2 lefts, 2 rights. And from the looks of it, yeah, that's the right. No, that's the left. This the right. These the passengers. Yeah. This right here the driver. The ones in the big boxes is the passengers. I also had this mirror I'm gonna do also. But when you're doing mirrors like this, it'll be good to cover them up or try your best to really not touch this glass, because that stripper will mess up this reflector of this mirror right here. So try your best to stay away from that or tape it up. I gotta see if I have some painter's tape up in there so I can tape that up. Just the body of it. I took it apart so therefore it'll be easier for me to do. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on once I start the stripping process. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna give y'all some lessons. So look, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach y'all the simple steps. Basically, you see that it's chrome right now. You see how that chrome coming off? And it looks more brownish. That's the nickel plating. You want to make sure that you get all of this off, because I ain't gonna lie, trying to go back and redo it after you done already moved on to the next step is a headache. So it's best that you get all this out the way the first time. A lot of people like to strip it in sections. That's cool, you could do that. It takes a little bit longer, but if you know what you're doing, you really can basically just strip the whole piece or the whole rim. You see that? You see how it's different? So you can see the line right there. And when you know it's stripping, it don't matter what machine you use, what chrome stripper you use, it's gonna turn yellow like that. So don't be alarmed, that's what it's supposed to do. Now you're gonna make sure you get all of this off, because the next step, this is the most tedious step. The next step, really not so much, you just gotta make sure you cover the whole surface. But you gotta do it fast, because if not, it's gonna cloud up on you. And then if that does happen, then I'll show y'all later how I get that out. And you gotta get that out before you put the gold on, because then if you don't, it's gonna show under the gold and then you're gonna be wasting material, because now you gotta lay up here and polish all the gold off, or at least most of it, then put it back. That's cutting into your profit margin, and that's cutting into your product. You want to do it right the first time. You got to do it right the first time. So look, I'm about to strip all of this stuff, and I'm going to cut y'all back on. All right. Now, I done stripped all of this. So basically what you want to do, you really want to wear gloves with this. You know what I'm saying? And a mask, because the fumes is unbearable. I ain't going to lie. And you don't want to breathe that in. And you really don't want that on your hands either, because it could break you out. So what you want to do, you want to sit up here, you want to spread all off. Spread all off to go over and make sure that you don't have any chrome left. Now that's some of that wool stuff off of the sleeve I was using. Yeah, you want to go over it and make sure, because you don't want to have to go back, like I said, once you get ready thinking you about to lay the gold on and tell you, ha, you thought you was about to lay some gold on. You know what I'm saying? Spray this side off. You also might want to wear some goggles too to make sure. See right here? This still look like traces of chrome, even though it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You can see it right there. Alright, I'm about to knock the rest of this off. Then I'll be done with this steering wheel so I can set it to the side so I can do the rest of these pieces. And so we can move on to the next step. Cleaned them up real good. So now we could go to the next stage, the next phase, which is, yep, you guessed it, activation. So you have to activate this nickel plating so that this gold can stick to it. So I'll lay up here, I'll put something up just to show y'all what it do real quick, and I'm gonna cut y'all back on. See how shiny it is? And you also want to tell all your clients, man, always get brand new pieces, man. Sometimes you can shake the old pieces back, but it don't really, like, you can shake it back, but it's always best to get everything brand new so you can go ahead and work your magic like you need to work it, instead of having to clean old parts and overworking yourself trying to get the shine and the luster back, which really ain't a lot of work, but at the same time, make sure they get new stuff. It'll look better regardless. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm about to set this little station up so I could go ahead and get to the activation stage. I might do one of these door handles for y'all, since that'll be the most simplest thing that I could hold and actually, or really just sit down and show y'all what it do. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on. So what you want to do with this is real fast. This, you ain't gotta worry about none of that, like the watermarks and none of that. All this gonna come off. That ain't really nothing. So what you want to do is, you see that? You want to do that real quick. You don't want to take too long with doing that, because if not, then you want to have your water right by, so you can spread off. But you don't want to go over that same spot again, because it will fog up on you. So let me finish doing the rest of these pieces right here, the activation stage, so we could get to the gold plating stage. Alright, YouTube, now look, see, that's what I'm talking about with the stripper right there. You see that? You see, what I like to do is, instead of putting polish, using all that polish on that, I use a rag that already has polish on it, sort of like an eraser. So I'm gonna get to this and tend to this, and then I'm gonna look at these same, how you look at these same spots with the gold on it, and you're gonna see that they disappeared, they gone. Polish, you gotta polish this area where you see, that's it, Gotta polish that out because it's gonna show over the gold and it ain't under the gold. It's gonna show under the gold, I'm sorry, and that's not gonna look good. So got to keep everything right and tight, man. I'll catch y'all back on when I start gold plating. Went on ahead and did this one. Did this steering wheel, like I say, you can't even see where the mark was. That's fog. That's fog right there. So don't even worry about that. It's gonna fog up sometime until you put the protecting on it, you know what I'm saying? Then it starts fogging up. And it look like I say, bam. Fog. You all good. But yeah, I just went on ahead and did this one. Did this piece. Front and back, of course, like I said, it's just fogged up. The screws and everything. So basically what I'm about to do, about to walk on over here to this door handle. And I'm just about to let y'all see real quick how it deposits onto a surface. If y'all ever thought about wanting to get into gold plating, or if you felt like it was something that you wanted to do just for fun or for some money. You'll probably see it better right there. See that? See how the gold deposit on there? Quick. Yeah, that's the difference between that paint and that real, 24 karat gold, man. It's the difference, you know what I'm saying? You can most definitely tell the difference between paint and real 24 karat gold. That paint and that ink, you hear me? This that ink, this that 24 karat gold plating, because it ain't paint, you hear me? So yeah, that really concludes this episode. I'm going to go ahead and finish that door handle over there, and I'm going to finish these three. Then I have some emblems and stuff up in the house too I got to do for this car, which is for a Cutlass Supreme. I think it's a photo Cutlass. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. The first pass over all the pieces that are now 24 karat gold. Like I said, that's just fog. All that wipes off. It'll fog up a lot before you put the protecting over it, then it stops. But this is the first pass. I'm gonna let this sit for 24 hours. I'm gonna let this sit for 24 hours, then I'm gonna go back over it again to add more layers of gold, so it'll add more layers of protection to where it can last longer. Look, no sun is out. Like I say, can't really show you my tricks and tips, but yeah. So just imagine how it'll look in the sunlight. So I have some emblems to do tomorrow, so that way right there, yeah, I'll be able to show y'all when I do the emblems. I'll have another little episode for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But until then, man, hit that like, share, subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for watching. Have any questions, man, you can follow me on what that is, Instagram at Vic Talk Selders, VICTALKSELDERS 89. You hear me? You can hit me up on Instagram or on TikTok, The Real Definition of Motivation, you dig? You can hit me up on there. Or Facebook, my name, Nick Selders, you dig, with a Y, not an I. You know what I'm saying? DM me on there. Shit, y'all, just leave your question down below. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, man.